Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chat with Castles, Capes, and Clones. This is where we discuss everything in the Disney universe: Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, The Muppets, 20th Century, National Geographic, Disney Plus, ABC, and Hulu. And more, actually, because it just seems like the empire just keeps growing.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anyway, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we'd love it if you would subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and please do like this post as it really does help us out. I am here with my cousin and co-pilot, as always, cousin Rich.
Hello.
How are you?
I am okay. Um, recovering.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
From
talk about it later. But like my trip, I am not. I am not young anymore.
That's so funny.
I punished myself that whole week, but it was fun.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. But yeah, how are you?
Doing well as well. I mean, just kind of recovering as well. It usually takes me like a week to recover from a Disneyland trip. Um,
Yeah.
Again, because I'm not old. So, oh, we got Jamie, my bestie. How's it
Hello.
going? Thanks for joining us. Well, we might as well go into our trip reports. And do you want to start, or do you want me to start?
You can start.
Okay, so I went to Disneyland earlier this month. And we're doing well, Jamie. Thank you. Uh, Went to Disneyland. I really wanted to see all the Pixar Fest stuff. And Pixar Fest opened a week before I went.
Oh,
And it was really fun. They had rare characters out, so I got to meet Wade and Ember and uh, Luca and Alberto and Barley and Ian from Onward,
huh.
and also Russell and Doug were there from Up, and then over at California Adventure, they had the what is it, like Together Forever or something parade,
Yeah.
which is like a Pixar Fest. So they had May as a red panda, and then the four friends, Priya, um, Miriam, and Abby, were in the parade as well. They had Luca and Alberto, and it was really cool the way that they did it was they had them walking in this like um in the float, but like only you could only see half of their bodies. But then if you look down below, it's supposed to be like the water, and
Yeah.
they have their fish, their sea
Yeah.
monster legs. So
Yeah. It's
I
like
thought that that was
a clear blue
yeah, like a clear blue.
bottom piece or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that that was very clever the way that they did that. And then they had Julia. I don't know why they didn't have Julia meeting with Luca and Alberto, but oh well, what can I do?
Who knows?
Yeah, but
Like
they've
she
since
never.
uh,
It's like she's
go
never
ahead.
out, or did they just not have her out when you were there?
They
Just
she's
never have
never
her
out.
out.
Yeah,
So weird.
and and a lot of people also wanted to meet May as a red panda. Now they did. They weren't there when I was there,
Hmm.
but they did add um, May and Ling back in at California Adventure. They they had had them for Lunar New Year, but they didn't have them when I was there. But they've since added them. And then there's also Talking Doug over at
Ooh.
California Adventure. So lots to see for Pixar Fest. I'm glad we're going to actually be going back down the 19th and 20th.
Uh, this month or
June.
June?
Yeah.
You know, that's Jamie's birthday.
Yeah, I know. We know.
But that's a
So,
weekday, right?
yeah, it's a weekday. It's a Wednesday. But if you guys are having dinner or anything like that, we'd love to go.
Who's the we?
Me and Olivia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Um,
19th and 20th?
19th and 20th. Yeah.
What days? Like Wednesday, Tuesday,
Wednesday and Thursday. Because
Wednesday and
I'm going to
Thursday?
Pride Night on
Oh,
that Thursday, which
okay.
I'm super excited about because I had such fun last
Last time.
year. Yeah. So
That's
that'll
cool.
be a lot of fun.
Which day is Pride Night?
The Thursday.
Okay.
So anyway, I also got to see some of the Season of the Force stuff. I met Sabine.
I
She
still
looked
haven't seen
really
her.
awesome. You haven't?
Yeah, I haven't seen
If
her
you
yet.
go, like, I think at what time did I go there? 12:30.
Yeah. I'm either there really early and they never come out, or I'm there late.
Yeah,
I'm never there midday. It's weird. But yeah.
but they also had the BDX droids out there. Have
that
you
I
seen
haven't.
them?
No.
They
I
come
have
out
not.
at 9:30.
Oh really? Man, I
Yeah,
must have just because every time I'm there, it's probably I just missed them or something. If they're
yeah.
early, I'm there. I usually go, but I'm probably in Galaxy's Edge after like 10.
Oh yeah,
If I'm there at like opening or like close to opening, I usually go there second. I usually hit up Tomorrowland because
yeah.
I can go on everything in Tomorrowland. Then I head up to Galaxy's Edge. So I probably just
They're
missed that.
they're bigger than I thought they would be. For
Oh
some
really?
reason, when I see them in video, they look really small, like
Hmm.
really small, but they are pretty big. Not huge. Not like half the size of R2D2. I would say.
Okay.
Um, so they're
Kind of
still
makes
small, but they're not
yeah,
as small as I thought they would be. But they're
right.
just as adorable as because they interact with you, you know.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I love you. It makes all the
Nice.
noises and things like that, and
That's cool.
yeah, it's very cute. But yeah, I know that they come out usually 9:30 over where the uh land speeders are.
Okay, but that like
Yeah,
garage looking.
yeah, the garage looking thing.
Okay,
So yeah, so I got to
nice.
see some of Season of the Force. I ate some of the Season of the Force food. It was actually really good, very spicy. Um, and God, I remember when Disneyland used to have the blandest food, and now it's like half the food is super spicy, which I don't mind. I like spice,
Right.
but well, I'm always sweating while eating it. So anyway, that's my Disneyland trip. I had a really good time, and I can't wait to go back down.
Yeah, I went to Pixar Fest last weekend because
Yeah,
what a way to punish myself after going a full week at Disney World, but go straight to Disneyland right after.
why not?
I should not have gone, but I did try some of the food. I got tried the hot mac and cheese from the Pixar Fest
Oh,
food.
yeah, yeah. I didn't get to try that one, which is good.
I was dying. It was a weird thing because at first I'm like, oh, this is fine, and then it hits you, like it hits
Yeah,
you, but then it doesn't stay long, so it's not bad. Like it's tolerable because it's like it'll hit you really quick, and then you're like, oh my god, I want to die, and then it'll kind of phase out, and you're like, all right, this is cool. But I liked it. But I got the so if you go to like the Pixar Fest, It's the booth in Hollywood Studios or whatever they call that area.
Mm-hmm.
I got the one that has both the hot and the normal, and I just mixed them together.
Oh, really?
So it kind of helped that way too. I like the combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say quickly, hi, Michelle. How are you? I miss
Hello,
you
hello.
guys. I miss you guys. I know I have been very absent, so I apologize for that.
How
I've
dare
just
you?
been a little burnt out. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, you got that was a jolly holiday, right? Did I ask that?
For which the mac and cheese?
Yeah.
No, that's the Pixar Fest booth and the Hollywood Land.
Oh yeah, those weren't out
Oh, they
when
weren't.
I got yeah, they weren't out yet.
That's weird.
So hopefully they'll still be out when
I
I
think
go
so.
in June. Yeah,
It's
I
supposed
think
to
they're
run the
up until
whole summer.
August.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I would say that Jamie, my sister, got the bao
Mm-hmm.
bun. She really liked that.
Okay, that's good.
I forget what else they got. But those are the two I think we really liked out of the
Those are
food
at
that
the
we
elemental
tried.
booth, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mac and cheese is at the like up, not the up, inside out
Oh, okay. The
booth.
inside out
Because
booth.
I think it's supposed to be anger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't get to. No, and she also had that whoopie pie, which I liked it.
Oh yeah, the
I
whoopie
think that's
pie.
also elemental.
Yeah, that's at
The
elemental.
yeah. So yeah, I like that. Like Pixar Fest this year, they went all out for it because
Yeah.
it used to be just like a small thing. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
Pixar
it used to
Fest.
just be like in. Well, they did have the Pixar Play Parade still at that time, but they also had no, it wasn't Pixar Parade. It was kind of like an expanded
Yeah.
Pixar Play Parade. Um, because I remember that's when they added the Up and Inside Out floats.
Gotcha.
And hello, Tammy. How are you? Thanks for joining us. We're just chit chatting about our trips. I took a trip to Disneyland, and Rich took a trip to Walt Disney World, but he was talking mostly about the Pixar Fest stuff at Disneyland.
Yarp.
Yeah. Oh, I did not know that. Jamie, bestie, I have been so absent, so I apologize. But I will go and subscribe to your channel here, the Pin Love channel. Um,
Nice.
well, that's cool. So that's those are the foods you tried.
Yeah. Um, I can't remember if there's something else we tried, but like those are the ones I remember. So it's probably the ones I liked.
Yeah, and they have special foods at some of the restaurants. I
Yeah,
know they
we did
have
try
one at
that.
Jolly Holiday. I had at Troubadour Tavern because I always forget about that place, and I love their potatoes. But they
Oh,
had a
right.
barbecue brisket potato, which was really good. And they had this cold brew coffee that was really good. I forget what movies are supposed to represent, but they were very good.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So, how was your Walt Disney World trip?
It was good. It was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, I, from the airport, they no longer have the bus that was used to be free for people who stayed at a resort,
Yeah, I heard
which is
about
kind of
that.
lame. But I did take the what replaced it, the
Yeah.
mirrors thing. It's literally the same thing, except it's called mirrors. It's the same exact place in the airport, same kind of setup. Same kind of
Yeah.
bus. This time we stayed at Old Key West,
How was that?
which is kind of cool. Like it's cool in that it looks really nice, and like the room, I think it feels like a bigger room
Mm-hmm.
than the previous. Like so, like for anyone who's watching, we're part of the DVC thing, so it's a DVC 2-bedroom suite that we stayed at. It was nice, ground floor, stuff like that. The only downside is that like since it's kind of like all like smaller buildings and not like all within one hotel building, like
Uh-huh.
to get to like the restaurant and the main pool, it's quite a walk to it, or you have to
Oh,
drive
really?
to it, or there's a way to finagle the bus transport system to get there, but it takes forever.
Yeah.
So that's the only downfall if you don't have a car.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I liked the feel of it. You know, it's an old timey kind of like literally old Key West feeling kind of place.
Yeah.
So it was really nice. The first park we hit up was Hollywood Studios.
Mm-hmm.
So I rope dropped every single time,
Oh,
every
did
single
you?
park. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was there at the crack of dawn, pretty
Uh-huh.
much. But like it was fun. I like Aerosmith was closed, but I went on Tower of Terror because I have to, because I like that ride. I miss the anxiety that Tower of Terror gives you before the drops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a
Mm-hmm.
build up to that ride. Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy, pretty much from the get, you just up and down, right? It's funny because it's the same ride, but they're two very distinct feelings to those rides.
Yeah, I mean, I think to me, Guardians is more fun, and
Yeah,
Tower of Terror is more spooky.
yeah,
And I think that that's fine. That both of them have their own distinct feel.
yeah. So the reason why we went there first is because it was at that point it was. Wait, did we go there first? No, we hit up Epcot first.
Mm.
But I'm at Hollywood, so I'll talk about that. It was May
Mm-hmm.
the 4th when we went to Hollywood. That's why we went to Hollywood Studios that day, because that's where Galaxy's Edge is. That's where the Star Tours ride is. It
Yeah,
was cool. I feel like we do more here for Star Wars Day than they
we
do over
used to do
there.
more for Star Wars anything.
Well, it feels like there's like it's almost like if you didn't know
That was May the
where
4th.
where things were, then it wasn't obvious. Right?
Yeah,
Where here, there's usually like a bunch of photo ops everywhere. There's people like cast members by those photo ops with like big placards that say May the 4th or whatever.
yeah.
There it's kind of hidden. Like you know it's Star Wars Day because like people are dressed up. Like
Mm-hmm.
I planned to dress up for that day until I saw how hot it was going to be. I'm like, no way.
Yeah.
I saw people in full on Mandalorian armor, and it was
Oh
like
man.
90 degrees. I'm like,
Oh
you
my
guys are
god.
nuts. I do not know how people dress up in those things in Florida.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
I can't.
I went over to I was over at Disneyland on May the 4th, and I was
No.
gonna like go and watch the fireworks from the Galaxy's Edge, but there was, I mean, that place was jam packed, like
No.
so many people there.
I figured.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't feel like dealing with it,
Look,
so I ended up having dinner with my sister.
nice. Yeah, I can get crowded. Like, there's a difference with like the difference between Galaxy's Edge here and Galaxy's Edge there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't have the roaming characters
Yeah,
in Florida. So like Mandalorian and Grogu were out, but they were like stationary in one spot, and people just gathered to them like it's a
yeah,
meet and greet basically. So that's kind of weird. There are lines everywhere because of the popcorn buckets. right?
Oh, right.
Like every single popcorn stand had lines.
Yeah.
I did manage to get the Stormtrooper helmet that I wanted,
Oh, that's cool.
only because I found myself in some corner of Hollywood Studios, and like
Uh-huh.
the shortest popcorn line I saw, I'm like, I'm gonna stand in it and
Yeah.
just see how fast it went. And it went pretty fast.
That's
So I
cool.
got that. I got a virtual queue. There's a virtual queue for the merchandise store for May the 4th.
Yeah.
I just bought a pin, but there's some like pretty much just standard May the 4th stuff, which I don't get because I don't get them because it'll say May the 4th, 2024. So it's like
Yeah.
it's weird to wear it later. So
Yeah, they at Disneyland in downtown Disney, the what is it called? The Trader Outpost or something
trading
like that.
outpost. Yeah.
Yeah, they opened that store early because it was like before 8 o'clock, and that store was crowded. But I managed to get this shirt that I'm wearing right now,
Oh yeah.
and I had I got the pin. I got 2 pins. No, or did I get 1 pin? I can't remember. But just one to commemorate the day. I think I got the limited release pin.
I know what I
And
got my
then,
like normal pin. I got the normal May the 4th pin. I have them all except for I realize I'm missing like 2022.
I feel like I'm missing one too, but I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have most of them.
Yeah.
I like to get them, then I have them. But yeah, they opened that store early, which was really cool.
Nice.
That they did that, and then they had, like those signs or those frames that you hold up.
Yeah, like those things. Like I didn't see any of that in Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, they had it at downtown Disney. They didn't really have it in Galaxy's Edge. I don't.
There's usually like photo pass stuff too, like magic photo stuff.
Yeah,
going on because I know when I've been to every May the 4th at a Disney park.
Yeah,
I guess except for 2022, whenever I missed that pin or I just didn't get that pin. But I tried to go every single time you could go, except for the COVID time because they weren't open. But yeah, it was fun. What I like is like their photo pass stuff is kind of better than ours. Like, let me see if I can share this, but like this is a photo pass video, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And then here I am. It's so weird though. Look at that. Those arms look
Wait,
weird.
where are you guys? In the back?
Yeah, it's just me in the back. Like there.
Oh, I see. I saw you.
Yeah. So they have that. That was kind of fun. And
yeah.
We have a couple other ones also. But
we do have some of those at California Adventure, but not California Adventure. Well, both California Adventure and Disneyland, but they're not as cool as that.
And it's not like the thing I like about Disney World with that whole photo pass thing, you never have to, like from here we always had to go to at the end of the ride, take like a picture of the picture with the code so you could enter it into the app if you want it. Because you're tied to your magic band or whatever, like it knows where you are. So it just shows up on my app. Like I didn't like ask for any of the pictures or whatever. It's just there. So when I got home, I'm like, oh, that's cool. I had all the pictures from the rides.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But yeah, this is some of the pictures I took. Oh, like here's my score. I got the best in vehicle for that time.
There you go.
But granted, I was like one of the first people on that ride. So, but But like this is Galaxy's Edge, right? So this line was for the store, which was crazy because they had the Darth Maul.
That's on May the 4th.
Yeah, this is all May the 4th. So that's a line
That's
for
so
the
crazy
Star
because,
Wars Doc Ondar store.
I mean, imagine people in all of the space there. That's what
crazy.
it was like at Disneyland.
This is the popcorn bucket line.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was so crowded. And this is like you can't see him, but Grogu and Mandalorian are like, I think you see Mandalorian's head right there.
Oh, they're back there, yeah.
Yeah, but so like they're just sitting there behind whatever, and then people could go up and take pictures or whatever.
Yeah.
This, you know where this is? So in Galaxy's Edge, this is the end of the Doc Ondar line.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty like that line was crazy.
What were they selling in Doc Ondar?
There was a Darth Maul lightsaber. It's a regular Darth Maul lightsaber, but it came in a special box that like lit up and all this kind of and played music, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know though. I didn't notice the lines because it felt like every space in Galaxy's Edge was occupied by somebody.
I bet it's probably similar here. Like it was so super crowded.
And I thankfully knew what time Sabine was going to be coming out.
Oh yeah.
And what and where she was coming out. So I was able to see her right away, like, you know, and was able to talk to her. So that was cool.
Cool. I like to take this picture because it's the transition between New York and Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, how funny.
Because it's such an abrupt change, right?
Yeah.
The good thing, the nice thing about Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland, it goes into Frontierland and it kind of melds a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
Rockport.
On one end it's New York, on the other end it's Toy Story Land.
That's so funny.
So that's pretty funny. But and of course this is way better than ours. This is the Star Tours area, right? Because they have an AT-AT and Endor, so that's way better than just a building that we have. But yeah, of course I rode this because May the 4th.
I didn't get to ride it. I should have ridden it, but the only thing is that they don't let the scooters go up there, and
no.
I didn't want to bother anybody to push me.
Yeah. But there you go. That is my Hollywood Studios. And then Epcot, we went twice to Epcot.
Nice. Yeah, you almost have to go twice.
Yeah, went to Guardians of the Galaxy. So that ride was amazing. Like I was saying earlier, we brought our niece on it by mistake. She's barely made the height requirement. So this is the first thrill ride that we took her on, and we should not have gone on that ride for her first ride. She was so traumatized by it. I'm like, oh, I felt so bad.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hold on.
Bye, Tammy.
Hi. Like, here's a picture of us on Guardians of the Galaxy. You can't see her because she's gripping Ryan's, my brother-in-law's arm for dear life.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah,
Poor thing.
It's a fun ride, but like my experience on it was twofold. Like I'm having fun, but at the same time, I knew as soon as that ride started, I'm like, oh my god, we made a mistake. Because it's intense, right? Because you're not only on a roller coaster, but you're also spinning. There's a lot of like G-force kind of feelings on it.
Yeah. Well, I told you how Anthony and Victor, when they were little kids, we took them on Tower of Terror, and they did not talk to us for the rest of the day. So that was a funny thing. But then the next time they were like, "Let's go on Tower of Terror."
So
So that
weird.
was really funny. And they loved it too. So
Yeah.
that was
This is test.
fun.
This is test track. I was by myself most of the time because I got there rope drop. My family, the
Yeah.
rest of my family got there like 11. So I did all these things by myself. But this is them. You can't see them in the back, but they were on. This is the Frozen ride.
Frozen.
Yeah. Um. The one cool thing we did every time we've gone to Epcot as
Uh,
adults, every time we go on the land, we're like, oh, we should go on that behind the scenes tour, right?
oh, did you finally go on it?
And we did.
I've seen a video of it before. It looks pretty cool.
It was fun. It was funny because like it's worth it's only like 30 something bucks to go on it per
Oh, that's
person.
not bad.
So it wasn't bad, right? So we decided to do it
Mm-hmm.
because we always kept talking about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you like a little small group of people, you go literally behind the scenes of that ride and they show you all the kind of things they're growing, the different technology and stuff.
Yeah.
It's going like they give you little headphones with whatever because the tour guide has a mic, so you can hear her
Right.
wherever you're standing. And you can ask questions. You know, we got to sample some vegetables and stuff,
Oh, that's cool.
and that's our tour guide. Yeah, it's let's see, Ryan. But yeah, like the ride's going on while we're there, so we're
Yeah,
waving.
that's what I was seeing.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. Like I mean, obviously it's not for everybody, but like it was interesting to us and the people there. There's the ride. So
Was
um
Cassiana thrilled about it?
pretty sure she could care less.
You know, she's probably like, whatever. Did
I
they
know, like,
charge for Cassiana?
yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
I mean, that's kind of, they got to know that kids are not going to be like, ooh.
Yeah. But like there's a lot of space. Like I always thought like this stuff was like, oh, and they serve it in restaurants. It's not
Yeah.
really because it's not they don't have enough to feed the restaurants, but they do give
Oh,
like if they have extra of whatever, they'll gladly give it. And then some of this stuff goes to the animals and at Animal Kingdom.
oh, I see.
Yeah, and they have like little
So they don't use it in
ones.
the, what's a restaurant called? The Four Seasons or whatever?
Like the garden grill and stuff there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, because they said they don't have enough to grow there
Oh,
to handle that many people on a daily basis.
oh yeah, that makes sense.
And we got to feed the tilapia. So this is tilapia. That was kind of fun.
Cool.
Yeah. It was a cool little thing we did. Highly recommended. We did go to Space 220. The
Oh yeah, you
restaurant
did. How was
there.
that?
That was cool. It's the one where you go and then you're in an elevator, but like it simulates you launching up to space. And from what I've seen, it's what I think some of the spaces in the Galactic Star Cruiser should have looked like.
Huh?
Like these huge open windows to space,
Yeah.
right? Where people who went to the Galactic Star Cruiser, the Star Wars hotel, the windows were like on the second floor where they couldn't see out of, and they were small. And then even in your room, it was kind of like blurry and whatever. But like
Really?
it was super. Like any video you see of it doesn't do it
Mhm.
justice because of video, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you walk into on Rise of the Resistance, the Stormtrooper room,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the space behind them. It's kind of like that. Like
Yeah.
no video does that room justice as well. Like there's no way to replicate how you feel and what it looks like to your eyes there.
Right.
But I definitely like that restaurant. It is a little bit pricey, but of course it is. But like it's high end food. Like I got a steak when I was there. It was like
Yeah.
really good steak. So there's that. The first day we concentrated on the first half of it. The Moana the water thing is pretty cool, especially for Cassiana, who's our niece.
Yeah.
Like she went crazy there. I'm sure if we would let her, she would just run and just like get super soaked, whatever. But like we don't want to change you.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything was cool. And then we went to Magic Kingdom with our nephew
Anthony and Lily.
Anthony and Lily. That was super fun. I did make them join me for rope drop. I mean, I gave them the choice. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you can go whenever you want, or you can join me at rope drop. And they decided to go with me to rope drop, and they weren't like fighting it. They're like, no, we want to join you for rope drop. I'm like, cool. First ride we did, I think we booked it to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. No, that was second.
Did you guys go on it?
Yeah, we did.
I love Hall of Presidents because we don't have it.
Right. So it was because like I guess one of Anthony's friends told him it's their favorite attraction at Magic Kingdom. I'm like,
oh really?
So I kept playing like you're in for a treat. But yeah,
what did they think of it?
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, we kept joking like, yeah, that was the best ride ever. Yeah, we went on Seven Dwarves first, and then we went to the Hall of Presidents. Tried to get a Haunted Mansion, but something happened with our fast passes, and then we had to get that settled and whatever.
Oh.
This is all where we're waiting for the rest of the family to get there.
Yeah.
I think we did that. I think we went on Space Mountain also before they got there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm gonna show some pictures because that's what I do. Oops, no, that's not what I want to do. Here we go. I get like the ride photo thing at Disney World definitely beats Disneyland because they don't do this stuff. Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Like they give you two different kinds. Also, I noticed on this ride, the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
Even given that it's a different building, the look like the one here in Disneyland's like a Southern Plantation. Over there, it's like a New England brick,
right,
whatever. At the end of the ride, when you have the hitchhiking ghosts,
yeah, they're animated.
Yeah, theirs is animated. I'm like, that's kind of cool. And we still have the old. I get it, but I kind of did like the fact that it's a little bit different there.
Yeah, I think I accidentally said it's different there, but I still like the classic ghosts.
I don't know what Anthony was doing in this picture.
Is he taking a selfie of himself?
I think he said he was pointing at something.
Oh,
because I don't know where that camera is.
And I like how Lily is just facing ahead. Yeah. That's funny.
It's like it looks like our niece is scared, but she actually likes this ride.
Oh yeah, that one because that rocks with the track.
Like I think we should have just did this first and then brought her on.
And then that's probably what would probably been better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they do this also at another video.
That's nice.
Cause where are they? There's me, Miss Anthony, Lily. I'm like, I want these video photo pass things.
I've got a visitor.
Hello. I haven't met Bernard.
Yeah.
No.
My baby.
Yeah.
He just crawls in my lap whenever he wants to.
Nice. This is also on Space Mountain. Space Mountain, I will definitely say Disneyland's is better
Yeah,
because I got
because
off this ride and I felt like I was beat up.
you know what it's basically Matterhorn track.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
and that's why you get to feel beat up,
feel
and they
beat
don't
up.
have the soundtrack.
Yeah, it's so weird that it's like there's no soundtrack really.
Yeah.
So it's just like screaming and the roller coaster sounds. But this
Hmm.
lap bar is the bane of my existence because that just I
Oh.
felt like I was getting punched in the gut every single time.
Oh man.
Like it's the classic ride, but like I will 100% say that Space Mountain here is 100 times percent better.
Yeah.
You can fight me on that. Like no. And then of course we did Tron, which is amazing.
Was this the first time you went on Tron?
Yeah,
Oh, wasn't it fun?
yeah. It was like I knew what to expect, but I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can't. The video doesn't do it justice.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
Like they go all out. Like they took pictures of from video from both angles,
That's cool.
right? So there I am.
I would love for them to bring the Tron coaster to Disneyland or Disney California Adventure. It would make more sense.
I mean, we'll talk about a little bit about it, about like the future
Yeah.
of the parks, but yeah. There we are, Final Tron.
Yay.
Oh yeah, and this is us at rope drop. I think
Yeah.
I guess we didn't. They're supposed to. I thought she was supposed to be holding something. They told her to pose, so she's not just doing that. But yeah, it was fun.
That's
Definitely a
nice
fun time.
picture.
Yeah, they're like, oh, show off your coffees. I'm like, all right. Yeah. And then Animal Kingdom was cool, but it was also super hot. I got the rope drop and did Flight of Passage and the Everest ride.
Yeah.
I got all that done pretty quick, and Dinosaur, like all within before they got there. So all within like an hour, I think I did Flight of Passage, booked it all the way to Everest, which is literally the other side of the park. And then I was waiting for them, so I went on Dinosaur, which is essentially Indiana Jones, but with dinosaurs. And apparently it's scarier for people. I'm just like, oh, this is cute.
Right.
We did do the safari, and I think all the times I've been on that safari ride, I think it was the one time I got like I think the one that got the most animals on it.
Animals? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I was like, what? Like every single turn or whatever, there's animals there. Like sometimes you go and they're like sleeping or you don't see them.
Yeah.
But I saw like a whole bunch. I saw one of the I think the baby elephant that just born. Some baby that just born. We saw. I saw the lions were out, so it was kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. For me, the best ride I liked probably Guardians. For my sister and Ryan, I think they said they liked Flight of Passage. That's the first time they went on Flight of Passage.
Oh, that's
and they really liked it. My sister was like, "I need to find that scent that they have." Because you've never been on it.
Have it somewhere.
I think she said she found it. Like she knows what it is, but like, it's a simulator ride. But you know, because I kept explaining what that ride was to her, but I kept saying like, and you're sitting on it and it breathes, and she's like, "Ew." Like I don't know what she was picturing, but when you're on it, like it's almost like you're sitting on a bike. Right, but then the panels that are by your knees kind of go in and out to simulate because you're supposed to be riding on top of the Banshee.
Yeah.
Right, and it's breathing, so it's supposed to simulate that it's breathing.
Oh, that's cool.
But I don't know. I guess my way of explaining it, Jamie was always like, "Gross." I'm like, it's not like you're not sitting on like flesh. It's like still a mechanical thing.
Yeah.
But like, it's very 4D. You're going up and down. Like, it's simulating your riding. So it's like Soren if you had your own car or whatever. Right. But then like there's mist and splashing, and like I said, they throw scents at you. So I do like that ride a lot. But because I've been on it before, Guardians was new to me, and so was Tron.
Yeah.
So I think the whole trip, Guardians was my
Your
favorite.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Trying to think what else. Yeah, that's about it. Food wise, we went to the Garden Grill, so we did the whole character breakfast. Cassiana love that.
Oh,
like she kept. So my niece graduated from her grade, right?
Yeah.
And we were at, I think it was in Hollywood Studios at the dance party, and the host on the stage was like, "Anyone celebrating your birthday?" And no one was, for one reason, she's like surprised because no one was raising their hand for that time.
Oh, but really?
Cassiana gets up, runs to the stage before anyone could grab her. One of the stage handlers was about to go and grab her, but then she started talking to the host, and she's like, "I just graduated."
How cute!
And so everyone said congratulations, but she kept telling that to everybody. Like at the character breakfast, she was telling like our host. She told Mickey Mouse.
That's so cute.
Yeah,
that's so fun. Cute. I love that.
Yeah, like she loved the characters and stuff.
Yeah,
it was hot, so like at points she was miserable because we were all miserable because it was like hot and whatever. But it was good times. Like I said, I went rope drop. I didn't last the whole day, but I was there for like 3-4 hours more than everyone else.
Right.
But like by the last 5th day before we left, like the 5th park, or we went to Epcot twice. So the last day before we left was Epcot again. And in the middle, we went to Disney Springs with Anthony and Lily. And really, we just went a couple stores, then we hit the bar. Because Anthony's 21 now. The little boy is 21. So got him some drinks, then we waited for everyone else to get there for dinner. We ate at oh man, where do we eat at? Chef something.
Where is it?
Disney Springs.
Homecoming?
No. Oh my god. It's now going to bug me what it is.
What kind of food is it?
It's like
Chicken
Southern
Guy.
American. No, not Chicken Guy. It was a sit-down restaurant.
Are you sure it's at Homecoming? Homecoming is Southern.
No, it was. I can tell you. Hold on. It was Chef Art Smith.
Chef Art Smith owns Homecoming.
Oh, I don't know. I just knew it was Chef Art Smith.
Yeah.
Then yes, that's where we.
They had the best grits and biscuits that I've ever eaten. Like my sister had never tried grits before, and she decided to try it, and she loved them.
Really?
And I was like, oh, that's not usually how. I mean, grits. I like grits, but the grits there were so good.
Nice.
And so was the biscuits, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You didn't have to put anything on them.
Yeah.
They were like so tasty and flaky.
The one place we ate where like it started on a high, but then became mediocre was the Woody's Barbecue Roundup.
Oh yeah.
The biscuits there were amazing. And we're like, awesome. And then everything else is kind of mid. Like the sides were kind of like, mac and cheese, whatever. But they all like it's kind of bland. So it was all right. It was a cool experience. Cassiana had fun because they do the whole like everyone be quiet, Andy's coming.
Yeah.
All those kind of things. Happy graduation anniversary. 15
Huh?
years. Chat.
Oh yeah, yes, bestie, happy 15th
15 years.
anniversary, dude. If, are you going to the reunion? Let us know.
Man,
All right,
I feel
so
I feel old.
I know, me too. I'm like on my what is
I'm like,
it?
what is my
It's over 30 years for
I think
mine.
it's 31.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think mine is
Ugh.
35 or no wait, no wait. 7,
Math.
87, 97, 2007, 2017. So wait, 34, 30,
Probably
no,
34, 35. If you're
yeah, hold on. Yeah, 37 years, 37 years.
because you're 7 years older than me,
Yeah,
then yeah. If I'm 30, if mine's like at 30, 31, then yeah, your 30s. Yours
yeah,
is
37,
37-ish years
38.
ago. Yikes.
Oldsters, oldsters.
20th year.
Yeah,
That was 10 years ago.
yeah, I know, crazy.
Yikes. But
All
yeah,
right,
that's my trip.
let's go through some of this news, and then we have a bigger discussion to be had.
Yeah.
Um, so Tiana, am I saying that right?
Tiana.
Tiana, yeah,
Yeah.
Tiana's Bayou Adventure opens June 28th in Walt Disney World, but there's no date yet for Disneyland. My guess is it's going to be sometime during the summer because they're going to want people to get wet. I mean you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
that they're not what
yeah, it'd be weird to open it during winter.
during winter. Yeah,
I mean, I get it. Like people think California is like, yay, sunshine. Like in winter, it gets cold,
it does. It does.
especially at night. Like even now, it's
And
still kind of chilly here. I don't know how it was up by you guys, but like it's like it was like 68, 69.
yeah, it's pretty chilly here too. It's nice outside, but it's chilly. Like there's a wind that's going through.
Yeah. Um, but
So
yeah,
yeah.
I do know that there's reports that they were testing the the bride
Lots.
like this weekend or this week. There's photos of the brides with people on it.
Ooh, how
So
fun.
maybe end
Yeah.
this like it'd be weird if it doesn't open. I do know ours closed way later than Disney World's did.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, but like, and at the same
Yeah.
time, they are also doing Haunted Mansion. Like, so we have a bunch of stuff that's going on right now at the parks.
Right.
But yeah, it'd be weird if it opened after summer because, like I said, it gets cold.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Also Fantasy Springs in Tokyo Disney Sea, uh will open in June, but they've already let influencers in. I think these are Asian influencers or like the people in Asia because I know TR Explorers they had they were invited and it looked
Yeah.
like most of the people were Asian, and I don't see any of the American influencers unless I missed something. Like
I feel like I saw one,
Ordinary
but I can't
Adventures
remember.
wasn't there.
I don't think those ones were there.
Yeah.
But have you so you've seen the videos, right, of some of that stuff?
Yes. I mean, it looks amazing. That the cause I can't. A lot of people are. Well, we'll talk about this in a minute,
Yeah.
but the that lantern scene in the Rapunzel
Yeah,
is amazing. But even just all the animatronics in that thing are
yeah.
just super cool.
Like we'll get a taste with Tiana, but like
Hmm.
yeah, it all the stuff I saw from Fantasy Springs looks like even just the land itself and
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff. I'm like amazed at what it looks like, especially
yeah,
after Frozen after in Disney World
yeah.
with the like I get it. At the time that ride came out, the projection faces were probably
Hmm.
better than whatever animatronics they could have done anyway.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's so dated now
yeah,
after seeing because like doesn't Hong Kong have the same ride, but they actually have animatronic Elsa and
yeah.
Anna?
They have the animatronic Elsa.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Frozen one is also that one looks like it's even better than Hong Kong's, and
I mean
Hong Kong is
it's a
pretty
different
nice.
ride. So it's not the same
Yeah,
one, but it's I mean it's Frozen, but it's like a different ride.
because
Even
like
though they
Kristoff
still
doesn't
have
show up until the end, I think.
something. I
In
feel like they go more in that story than ours does into the
yeah,
story. And then some of the animatronic and special effects again look amazing.
yeah,
So
really cool. And then over at Peter Pan, the Pan part, they have like a kiddie ride, which is a Tinkerbell themed ride, and then they
yeah,
have the main ride, which is a screen ride.
yeah. Which
So
eh,
yeah, and people weren't able to take video
right.
on that.
Still, we'll talk about this a little bit later, but like that place looks.
It's
That is the
yeah.
one place I want to go is Tokyo
Oh,
Seas.
Tokyo Disney Sea, it will
Yeah,
blow you away. I mean, even his like Jamie will die at the under Ariel's kingdom.
oh yeah,
Like first of
she will
all, it
total.
looks just like the castle outside, but
Oh
then
yeah,
you just go down, and it's like you're swimming down into the depths of the ocean, and it's really cool. Um, but yeah, there's that Arabian coast, the Delta something, lots of Delta, I think. Um, the New York
yeah.
um, scene is so incredible. I mean, it's amazing. So yeah, just and then now the addition of Fantasy Springs, boy, I tell you. I mean, we'll talk about this in a bit, but
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. We have in the notes Disneyland Forward, but because we're going to be talking about that a little bit later,
Yeah.
I'll bring that up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll just move to Lucasfilm. The Acolyte comes out on June 4th, and the debut of Vernestra Rose
Row. Yeah.
Light Whip. Is that a
This is
character or is that a
so
weapon?
Vernestra Row in Star Wars. So she's
Uh
part
huh.
of the High Republic. At the beginning
Okay.
of the High Republic, she's the youngest Jedi to attain Jedi knighthood. I
Mm,
think she's just a like really young teenager. So she's a prodigy of being a Jedi. In this show, she's way older, so she's now probably like Jedi Master or whatever. But her biggest thing is that she made her own lightsaber that was a light
whip.
whip.
I see.
And I was like, I wonder if they're gonna do it, because like obviously when she was younger she had it,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'm like I wonder if they're gonna do it, and they and in the
And they did it.
and they did it, so that's cool. Like I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a whole bunch of little like snippet videos
Yeah.
out, like especially when they're talking about the characters, like the guy from Squid Game. I saw one today. They're talking about him
Mm-hmm.
and how uh the creator Leslie Headland, something like that.
Yeah.
She was watching Squid Games and said this is the perfect actor. So that character was written for him to play.
That's cool.
And there's some cool, Jedi scenes and stuff, and like, yeah, I everything I've seen, this looks great to me. I don't know, people are having issues with it, but Star Wars fans always,
always issues.
They love to hate
I'm
Star
not
Wars.
Surprised. I know, it's just so.
I hope it does good. I hope it's well received. I hope people,
I hope so too. Whatever. I'll probably love it because people had problems with like Obi-Wan and Acolyte, not Acolyte,
Ahsoka, Andor.
Yeah,
all of them, like, they're not
still
perfect. Like, there's stuff I like about even the worst ones, with like Book of Boba Fett.
People had problems with that too. I still loved it, so I'll probably love the Acolyte as well.
But yeah, everything I think is cool. June 4th, there'll be 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah,
and then the rest of the season. So just a little bit, like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, something like that. But yeah.
All right. So the Agatha has a final title, and they said it in the. I didn't even realize that they were like saying the new title, but they had Patti LuPone, Joe Locke, and Catherine Hahn, and each one said it was Agatha. Agatha all along. I think they did the whole little thing. So that's a new title of the show, Agatha All Along, and I just can't wait for the show because I loved Catherine Hahn as Agatha. I love Joe Locke. I don't know what character he's playing. I'm hoping that it will be Wiccan. Because I think they would make an amazing Wiccan. And Patti LuPone and Aubrey Plaza. I mean, like, all of these like actors that are in this show.
It looks to be basically WandaVision season 2. Just that Wanda and Vision have moved on. Because a lot of the same denizens of that town are also returning.
Yeah, like Deborah Jo Rupp and what's her name? God, I forget the name.
The other wife, the blonde.
Yeah, the blonde one, the one that was Anya and
Buffy, she was in Buffy. Oh my god, I know her name.
Emma Caulfield.
Yeah,
that's it.
She's coming back. So I'm looking forward to this. Like, I love Catherine Hahn. Like, that character, and the kind of vibe it's giving off.
Yeah,
it seems like a fun show.
I think it will be too.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first 2 episodes will be September 18th, and there will be 9 episodes total.
Yeah.
And then also, this might be the next series coming to Disney Plus. The next Marvel series, I should say, is Daredevil Reborn. It's going to debut in March of 2025, and it's looking to be a continuation of the original series because it basically has everybody coming back, which is awesome.
Yeah, not funny, but like, because they recast Vanessa originally in the first iteration of this, but then they recast her to the original Vanessa from the Netflix show, and then like for the longest time, we didn't know if like Foggy or Karen were coming back, because and then it was confirmed that they are also back, but I think it's because of this new. Like, whenever Marvel met, I think it was like last summer or whatever, and they're like, we need to rethink all of our stuff.
Yeah.
I think they went with, this is now a proper, because I think the original version was supposed to be like, it's not the sequel to the Netflix show, but it's kinda
Mm-hmm.
because like variants and whatever. But I think they just finally said no, this is a sequel to the original show on Netflix. So
Yeah.
all of them are back.
I would love for them to add a little more of the trademark Marvel humor in it, so that it's not so dour all the time.
I think it's
But
gotta
I
be.
don't
I
know.
think because the Netflix one was like rated R, like it had to be
Yeah,
because it's super violent. I think they want to bring this to general audiences. Like I
yeah,
don't think it's going to be like super like jokey, but like
right.
there's a good
But there'll
medium.
be
I think, especially when we saw him in She-Hulk, he was very
mhm.
light-hearted
Oh
in
yeah,
She-Hulk and in Spider-Man. Um,
yeah.
which was the last one? No Way Home. Yeah,
No Way
right.
Home.
That
Yeah,
was the last one. Yeah. So I'm hoping we do get a kind of middle ground. Doesn't have to be super jokey, whatever, but doesn't have to be super
no.
like dark and serious.
I like Winter Soldier had humor in it, but it was
Yeah, but it's still
mainly yeah,
serious. Yeah,
very much.
yeah. Like the Agatha, I feel could be like the funny version of a Marvel show, and then Daredevil can be kind of the more you know actiony, serious thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's now we are at the heart of our discussion. So we were talking about Disneyland Forward, that it's moving forward, and it got approved, right?
Yeah, it was a real weird because it was approved like 8 million times, but it had to go through
Yeah,
like
it
levels
had to
of
go through
approval.
like
And I think
yeah different
finally,
levels of it.
it's approved.
I
Like
think so too.
they've got the go ahead to definitely go ahead with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a 30-year expansion, but they're going to be increasing the footprint of both Disneyland and Disney California Adventure. I mean, the parks will basically surround all of the hotels,
Yeah.
um, and so that's going to be crazy. Um, but we've talked about Fantasy Springs and all the advancement in there. Shanghai also has a lot of advancement. Also opened its own. Wait, did it open its own? No, Zootopia. It opened Zootopia.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what did they open over there? And
There's
then
so
Hong
many
Kong
things over there,
Disneyland.
right?
Yeah, Hong
Yeah,
Kong
between Hong
Disneyland
Kong,
has.
Tokyo, and Shanghai, I feel like they
Yeah,
have the most new lands.
right. And
Yeah.
the from the all the pictures and videos that I've seen of Hong Kong's World of Frozen is amazing. So we thought we'd talk about if there is an obtainable bar for the Disney expansion, both at Walt Disney World, because that's going to go under expansion, and Disneyland, and you know how are they going to compete with the overseas parks as well as Universal's Epic Universe. Um, Universal is like been beating Disney left and right. Have you seen? Uh, did you see Ordinary Adventures visit of Shanghai Universal or
No,
Beijing's Universal?
no.
Oh my God, that place is amazing. They've got a Minion land. They've got a land for Kung Fu Panda. They've got obviously the Wizarding World,
Right.
um, a Transformers world,
What?
and a Jurassic Park world.
What?
Uh, what did you say?
Like what?
I know, and I mean, like the Kung Fu. I want the Kung Fu Panda ride because it's like so cool. It's got animatronics and screens.
Have you
Um,
have you seen the Donkey Kong ride?
no, I haven't seen that yet.
Because like it's a ride where it's like a roller coaster, but the mechanism makes you feel like you're on a track, but the track actually is under the the show track, because there's some points of that ride where you jump the track.
Yeah.
Like the track ends and you have to jump
Oh
across and go to the
yeah.
other one. But
I've
because
seen
it's
that.
under it, it makes it look like you're actually jumping the track.
Yeah.
I'm like that's amazing.
I know, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it's like what we wanted to talk about is like with all the like Epic Universe, Fantasy Springs, like all the overseas parks, this whole Disneyland Forward, and then the rest of that 60 whatever billion or whatever they're talking about expansion on for parks, cruises, and whatever, have all those other places set the bar so high that will Disney be able to meet or exceed it with this multi-year, multi-billion-dollar expansions coming to?
Right.
Because like as much as I love Tron,
Yeah.
it didn't feel Tron to me until you got deep inside that ride.
Right.
Right.
But it is kind of cool. I do like that outside part.
Right. But like
at night.
I mean, if you were to compare it to Fantasy Springs and all those kind of things, it doesn't meld into the land. It doesn't feel Tron. You don't look at it and feel like that's a Tron ride until you get to where it says Tron and then inside. Whereas, go to these new areas for these new parks and stuff, it just feels like that's where it should be.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like Cars Land started the theme park. I don't know if wars is something, but like it upped the game. Because like when Cars Land came out, that thing was, I mean, still is, I think, an amazing land because it looks exactly like the movie.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, yeah, it's like you stepped out of the movie.
Yeah, like everything's where it should be, especially when it's dusk and they do the whole lighting of all the signs with the song, like the same exact way they do it in the movie.
Yeah, and
like that set a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get Harry Potter
and the Ornament Valley. I mean,
yeah. So amazing. Yeah. And then obviously then Universal had to meet it by releasing on both sides the Harry Potter world stuff, which equally like you go into, especially the one in Florida, because there's both sides of that Diagon Alley and then Ministry of Magic area, whatever, and you have to take a train between both, and even the train ride feels like Harry Potter. Like that was amazing. And then we got Galaxy's Edge, but Universal seems to be going like all in on these themed lands and stuff.
Yeah, the Nintendo World, and then just Universal Beijing. I mean, like, God, you definitely check out the Ordinary Adventures videos if you haven't seen them yet. I mean, just that and the merch and all that. The food looks good.
Like what are the lands in Epic Universe in Florida? It's like the whole Isle of Burke, the How to Train Your Dragon area.
How to Train Your
Super Nintendo World's going. Dark Universe. So like they have, like the rumors of maybe there's be a Villains Land. Like they got Dark Universe at Epic Universe. So that's like the classic monsters.
Yeah, that's and stuff. That'll be cool.
Like I definitely am very interested in how this looks and how it feels. And I think they're upping the game because they're building a whole park. And I think like Disney hasn't really answered it.
I don't think they have. Right? I mean, they have in other countries, but
Yeah,
not
but
here.
not here. And it should be like like Disneyland's original park. Uh, Walt Disney World has all the space for stuff,
Yeah.
you know. And they're like whatever happens at D23 this year,
Hmm.
they need to announce, but not just announce, because they've announced a whole bunch of stuff all the time, and it's really just like open, like not really announcements. There's like maybe we'll do this or maybe we'll do this, and it's like, all
Yeah.
right, well, are you going to do this? And we haven't heard anything. The last big thing was Galaxy's Edge and the Galactic Star Cruiser. And even then, like looking back at Galaxy's Edge and the announcement, it has maybe a third of what they promised
Hmm.
for that land. There's supposed to be a bounty hunter wandering around. Like depending on how you did on Smuggler's Run and how you interact with everyone else, there could be a bounty on your head or something.
Yeah.
There's supposed to
Hmm.
be droids and all the stalls and stuff have that aliens and all the things. All that stuff they kind of put into Galactic Star Cruiser, but even then that wasn't great. Like if you
Yeah.
think about what it looks like and whatever and everything you do, it was a very expensive LARP session where like the majority of people are just scanning things with their phones,
Right. I mean,
right?
which is fine once, but then
Yeah,
do you want to go again? No.
yeah,
You know
right.
what I mean?
You know, and I know there's a lot of like videos out there of people who have amazing time on the Galactic Star Cruiser, but there's a lot who didn't have that same experience because it seemed
Mhm.
to be luck also, like to be part of whatever storyline or
Yeah.
whatever. You know, if you're in a big group, it's probably easier because everyone's doing it. But if you're like single or you have like maybe just two of you or whatever, maybe you get lost in the shuffle.
Hmm.
You know, someone did a breakdown for their cost, and the cost for the amount of entertainment they got, it cost, I think let's not forget, like $2 per minute of your
Wow.
time,
Oh my god.
and it's over that whatever day,
Yeah.
and it still wasn't like from start to finish. Like there's a lot of stuff they did wrong, and so like you know they gave us Star Wars Land, which you know obviously I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I love Galaxy's Edge, but
Hmm.
I do remember all the stuff they promised and they never delivered. And then
Yeah.
the Galactic Star Cruiser failed after a year.
Yeah.
So like Disney needs a win somewhere here.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's where I had heard rumors that they might bring some of the Fantasy Springs elements to the Disneyland park.
Yeah,
But nothing has been announced, so
right.
that's a thing. But I would love. I mean, like that were if they had a Rapunzel ride, people would go nuts. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Rapunzel is very popular at Disneyland.
yeah.
Um, and Rapunzel and Flynn Rider. Um, but like I'd love Zootopia. I'd love the Zootopia the whole thing. I'd love that ride. The ride, I think, definitely competes.
You know, I think,
And just the whole experience of being in that land.
I mean, like, cool and all, but I really think Disney needs to make something new. Like, it can't be like we're gonna bring Zootopia here, we're gonna bring this here. Like,
Yeah.
you should think about what all the other parks would also then be jealous of.
Mm.
Like, oh, we don't have this. Oh, we don't have this. Like, that's what I miss about our parks.
Yeah.
And I want them to lean more into like the classic Disney IPs,
Yeah.
right?
Hi, Monica.
Hello. You know what I mean? Like I like as much as I like Avengers and Marvel and Star Wars, you know, that's like new Disney kind of thing. Like but the classic Disney, even like Pixar stuff and whatever, like the classic kind of like kid cartoon animation IPs.
Right.
Like where's Bolt?
Where's what? Oh,
Where's
Bolt.
where's
Yeah.
Bolt?
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
I would. The one thing I would love for them to open, which I think would be cool, is Sugar Rush Racers.
That would be an awesome
Have
ride.
have a whole video arcade land or whatever,
Isn't that what
and
I
you can
thought they were doing?
incorporate
And
Tron.
were they doing that in Epcot at some point as one of the expansion things? Like some weird like digital playground something?
Oh yeah, but no, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like having an actual,
Land.
Sugar Rush. Maybe you have a Wreck-It Ralph thing. You could definitely have what is that? Heroes Duty.
Yeah.
You know,
Like they should take what Universal has done and then make it better. Because like Super Mario Land and whatever has a lot of interactive stuff going on for kids and whatever.
yeah,
It's just like it's very small here. I don't know how big it is
Mhm.
going to be in Florida, but it's small here. But imagine that as a whole land,
yeah,
like proper land with like a whole bunch of like themed stuff from the Wreck-It Ralph world, which could include like so many things because it's just video games and like whatever,
Mhm.
right? But yeah, definitely like a sugar racer or ride or something would be cool. Like
yeah.
again, like that the ride in Super Mario Land, like take that concept and just make it better,
Mhm.
right? That can be kind of cool. Yeah, you could put a Tron there, definitely. Like even if you don't want to do another, like if you bring it here and you don't want to do another Tron roller coaster, I feel like there's
Yeah.
more things in that IP you can do,
Right.
right? But just make it look like Tron.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what I miss.
Like have it be all inside. Like, can you
Something.
imagine that inside?
Now,
So,
I don't
so that
know if I'm dreaming this, but I had this memory of somewhere in Disneyland that there was something you rode and you can
it was a
see
people
Tron.
mover.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
And
it's a people
you
mover. There
like
was a thing where it was like, like it made you feel like you were going fast, even though
okay.
you're moving. And then it had like, I think it was like the Tron light cycles, and then there
Yeah,
was a
something, right?
recognizer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm not crazy. Like that
no,
did
no, no,
happen.
no. That was there.
Okay. Was that here or
Yeah,
was that in Florida?
California.
Man,
I
I
know.
miss the people mover so much. We rode that thing twice.
Ew. I love the people mover, especially when your feet hurt. You
Yeah.
just go right around on
That's
the people
that's
mover.
another ride. I'm like, we're going on the people mover. Ready for this?
Yeah,
to Anthony Lilly.
I love the people mover there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. So
Yeah.
um,
I
and
love it.
I believe that I heard that they may install people movers at
I'm
Disneyland.
hoping because there's going to be
Yeah,
some kind of transportation because
yeah, because like especially to go to the Disney Springs thing, the one that they're developing over at Toy Story lot.
yeah, just that alone needs something.
Yeah,
But
because
like getting from the entrance of the parks today, unless I change the entrance
yeah,
to go all the way to the end of essentially the end of the parking lot on the other side, that's a long haul,
yeah,
right? So they kind of have some kind of thing to take you from that side of the park to the front side of the park or
totally.
something.
Yeah,
I don't know if you span a monorail. I don't know how that works because like it's weird because the hotels are like engulfed in it. So like, how does that work?
mm,
You know what I mean?
yep, I totally know what you mean.
But like, there's so much land available. Like if we're gonna do so, say like they expanded Disneyland and then expanded DCA, and it's not like another gate, but it's just an expansion.
Mhm. Yeah.
With Disneyland, definitely I feel like latch on to your classic Disney IPs somewhere.
Hmm.
But then California Adventure tends to be leaned towards Pixar stuff. So what would you put there? Like, what would your dream Pixar
My dream
land?
Pixar thing. I mean, like, I would love for them to like increase the Inside Out. Um, I mean, like an Elemental Land would. I would love that. Elemental Land. Um, or if they had, but Inside Out, like a ride. I'd like an actual Inside Out ride because I think that that would be fun, going from headquarters to the other side where they have the memories and all that. Oh, Coco, yes,
Is that Pixar or
Monica,
is that Walt Disney?
Pixar.
That's Pixar. Okay. I mean, I'd love a
Yeah,
Coco. Definitely love
Coco.
a Coco.
That would be. I mean, can you imagine and I think that they're planning on a Coco slash Encanto
Somewhere in
in
Florida, I think.
Florida. Yeah, but I mean, I would love that in California. Coco is so popular here in California. Like whenever they have
Yeah.
the Dia de los Muertos stuff, and then just visiting Miguel over
That's what I think they should do
in
here.
Disneyland.
Similar ride to Flight of Passage, except you're riding on the what do they call them?
Oh, the Alebrijes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through that land. I think that'd be
Oh,
kind of
that
cool.
would be cool. That would
Right?
be cool. Yeah. That
And
would
again,
be
you have
cool.
like even if it's not new, but you have the system, you just need
Mhm.
a new film to
Yeah.
play. Right? So you have a system already in place. That would be amazing, I think. It
Yeah.
would make sense for
Definitely.
Coco. Like knowing the movie, like what part of that movie could be a good ride. I think that would be a cool
Mhm.
ride experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Coco.
Right? Am I right?
Yeah, you're totally right.
And all the food.
Oh yeah, the food. They could have total food there.
Like if it's both Encanto and Coco. Can you imagine like Mirabelle's mom's food?
Yeah. The what is it called?
Arepas and stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
that would be
Give
so
us
good.
music. That'd be great. You imagine going through
Yeah.
like a anti haunted mansion, but it's the casita.
Mhm.
But it's like like you know like haunted mansion. You started off as a walking attraction. Like
Yeah.
go through the casita with all the interactive stuff and walk into a door and you're in a big thing of like animals and whatever.
Yeah. Animals and
You go
one with
into
a lot of
you go
sand.
into Bruno's like dungeon.
Yeah. That
That'd be great.
would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There. I mean, I just hope that they blue sky it, and just do what they do best. Bring us the great animatronics.
Yeah.
Um,
Storytelling. It's all about the storytelling.
yeah, all about the storytelling. I mean, I would like a Rapunzel world personally. Like, I don't mind. I, I can almost guarantee you we will
Oh,
get
it's
some
gonna.
kind of Frozen something.
I mean, that's like inevitable, right?
That's inevitable.
Frozen is too much of a behemoth of an IP.
Yeah, they've added it to Hong Kong, Tokyo,
Yeah,
and then it'll go to Paris. I'm sure that Shanghai will eventually get it.
but
And
I definitely want a Tangled something.
yeah, but just because it's so popular at Disneyland,
Yeah,
Rapunzel, everybody loves Rapunzel.
yeah. I think she got overshadowed a little bit by Frozen.
Yeah, which was kind of sad.
But I mean,
Um,
it's not like it's like everyone forgets it. Like I think the IP or movie that kind of got lost and forgotten ish is like Bugs Life.
Yeah, Bugs
Like
Life.
I miss that area.
I did
Granted,
too.
it was all kiddie rides, but like, you know, you can do that land again, but just mix it up. Have some kid rides and have some like adult
Yeah, I just
grown ups
thought it was
stuff.
cute, you know,
Yeah.
and just kind of like a quaint land to walk through, and especially at night, it was really beautiful.
Yeah. You know what
Um,
reminds me of also what I miss about Florida is the old studio tour
oh
where you got to
yeah,
see all the Honey I Shrunk the Kids stuff.
yeah, hmm
Like I miss that too. But yeah, bring like Bugs Life. It's such a I know it was early on in Pixar's, career, but like I like that movie.
yeah,
And it's such a fun concept. You're bug sized.
yeah,
You know?
definitely. I mean, that was the fun part of it, and that they made it so it looked like you were in the yard
Yeah.
of the Tower of Terror. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah. Like before Cars Land, that was themed really well. Like
Hmm
all like even the bathrooms was like a cereal box or whatever,
Yeah,
right? So I mean they
yeah,
use the lights in over at Pim's. So there's parts of it there. But
yeah.
like, yeah.
I even missed there was a restaurant like when it was more than just that small part, like the parts that got taken over by Cars Land. There
Mm.
was a um, restaurant where they serve date shakes,
Oh yeah,
which
I remember that.
yeah, which was popular in California before,
Forgot
and
about that.
I loved them. I always got a date shake when I went to California to
I
visit.
totally forget what it used to look like.
I know, right? It
It's been
had
so
that
long.
the farmers market thing, and then there was the
Mm.
cows, and like another there was another water um
Feature like
feature
play
there. Yeah,
area. Okay,
yeah.
I vaguely remember that.
And then the gazebo that's now over in the Paradise Gardens, that used to be PT Flea, which was the pin store.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right.
So thankfully they managed to salvage that. But yeah, I mean,
What
there's just like so many. What were you gonna ask?
let's move to like what do you think they'll do in Florida? They have 4 parks to play with.
Yeah,
Um, I know like there's the
um,
whole like what like the last D23 like what's behind Big Thunder Mountain. That was the big like non-announcement, but like we're thinking about it.
yeah,
Like that's part of like where the people might think that the Encanto Coco thing is or the Villains Land.
yeah.
But I
That's
think now Encanto is going to be part of like a South American and Coco
kind
part
of
of a South American section in Animal Kingdom, which kind of makes sense
yeah,
because like, it's Asia and it's Africa over there. But yeah, throw in South America.
yeah. I mean, if they don't do something with the casita somewhere,
Yeah,
then they've
like
lost.
I mean that's Encanto. That's like the biggest character in that movie.
Yeah,
Um, I do hope they do a villains thing in Magic Kingdom, but
hmm
like you know, like make sure you include the classic villains.
Madame Medusa. If there's no Madame Medusa, then there's nothing.
here's
Nothing.
here's the hunter from Bambi.
Yes, man.
Man,
Yeah,
um,
that's that's the villain in Bambi, man.
was that was like listed as like man? It was like
Well, that's what they were referred to them
uh,
as, man. Man is in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like Maleficent, sure, whatever. The Evil Queen, yeah, that's there. But like some of the other ones that we've
Maleficent.
had, like, but if we do
Madam
Maleficent,
Mim.
yeah,
Yzma.
yeah, like
Hades.
it's funny how like popular she actually is.
Because that movie is actually very good.
It's good. I thought
Yeah.
like it's weird because I feel like it's underrated, but at the
It's
same time,
very underrated.
I see it like but the fan base of it shows up during like Halloween and all those kind of things. So
Oh yeah.
it's great.
Everybody loves that movie. I mean, it's just such a cult classic.
Like I think I like it better than Hercules.
Than which one?
Than Hercules.
Oh no, I love Hercules more. Because I just love the music to that. And
that's
but
true.
but I do love Emperor's New Groove. I mean, it is very hilarious.
David's like a lot of people forget David Spade is a Disney character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it's like, you know, a little darker over there. It's like it would be a good answer to Dark Universe, I think.
Yeah.
You know? But a little more kid friendly because, you know, kids can be scared of like Dracula and the werewolf and whatever, but like the kid's really scared of like Hades, especially when it looks like that. Especially with the land's a little more whimsical evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Disney spin on a evil land. But I'm like, what kind of rides do you think that could be there?
Yeah.
What kind of attractions do you think could be in Villain's Land? Built on a
I know that's the thing, is because they're so different, all of the villains. I mean, I'm assuming that they would have some kind of dark ride or a screen ride.
Both. Like Ratatouille is like both.
Yeah. I think that would be really fun.
Like what could be a good e-ticket ride from a villain?
Yeah, that's a hard thing. I mean, could they do a roller coaster or a simulator?
What's like the mountain from Fantasia?
Bald Mountain.
Yeah. Can you imagine that like a roller coaster ride through Bald Mountain with the Fantasia kind of like music?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that I don't know if it's too. I know that's too old for like kids to remember and like have to latch onto.
But I mean, it would be cool if they had like the what is the name of the Balrog? I think his name is
that like demon looking. Yeah.
Yeah. That he comes out and you know like at the end and you have to like go under him. That would be really cool.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
I would like that.
I think like the biggest thing I think what Disney needs to do is like go for it. Like go for it. And like what you're dreaming of, just do it.
Yeah, I think it will. I think that it will do it. So I just can't wait to see. I mean, like 30 years is a long time. I'm hoping that they start development on it before, you know.
I think that it's not gonna be like, and it'll take 30 years for everything. I think there's gonna be pieces. Like in Disneyland Forward, the one thing they gotta have start with is making that new transportation hub.
Yeah.
Because then they can tear down all the other ones. But they need a hub first.
Yeah.
And then they can tear down because they would need to tear down the other parking spaces to start expanding that land.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first thing that's going to happen. But like this is also concurrent with like Disney World, so I think they just really need to answer like everything happening over in Tokyo and Hong Kong and Shanghai and Paris with something spectacular. Like at this point, they can't just be mediocre. They got to wow US Disney fans and be like, this is what, and not like a blue sky, like we might do this or we might do this and we might do this. They have to
Yeah.
have like, we are going to do this, 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 and this.
That's what I that's what I'm hoping that they. I'm like still so bitter about not being able to go to D23. Bitter. I'm
Like,
bitter.
especially because of that, because it's now a paid thing in an arena.
Mm-hmm.
They better be announcing something good at that theme park
Yep,
thing.
I think so. Oh, thank you, Monica. Chernobog, that's it. Thank you for reminding.
Chernabog.
I knew Balrog was wrong because that was from
Something
Lord of the
og.
Rings.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, like, it looks similar.
Yeah.
Some kind of og.
Yeah. Chernobog, thank you.
Yeah.
Losing my mind. So
Um,
anyway, we'll see what happens.
I do think we're gonna get
Um,
some news on D23.
yeah, I'm hoping that we do too.
Because come on, man, you had to spend like $100 to get into that arena to watch the theme park
Mm-hmm.
announcements. So they better not just be like suggestion announcements. I think it's
Yeah,
got
I
to
mean,
be
because people will
something big.
rebel. People will rebel if
Yeah,
they don't have something
yeah.
big.
Yeah, and for both sides, both parks, like we need to hear more about, now that Disneyland Forward is approved, hear more about that, but also the stuff they teased about Disney World, like
Yeah,
what's going to happen, like what is actually going to happen in Animal Kingdom, what is actually going to happen behind Big Thunder Mountain, and what's up with Epcot.
mm,
Like all the stuff they promised and they said they're going to do, it definitely doesn't look like all the stuff they promised at all.
yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like a shell of what they promised or saying was going to happen. Because I was really excited about Epcot and all the stuff they were announcing. And after going there, it's definitely not that. Like, it's cool,
Yeah,
but it's not this epic like upgrade that it was
the
showing.
thing that was going to be.
So
Did you go on the Moana thing?
yeah,
I've
it's
heard
cool.
fun.
Yeah, on a hot day,
Yeah,
it's, like kids love that. Like, but yeah, you to go through it, you can remain dry
yeah.
ish.
If you want to.
But you know, like there's something about like some of the attraction like features there where you're like, you just gotta go and
Yeah.
maybe dip your,
Yeah, totally.
your face in it. But it's really cool.
Totally
I mean,
different.
it's smaller. It's not a big area.
Yeah.
But Cassiano loved it. There was a cool like butterfly thing at Epcot too. Like you
Oh
walk into
yeah.
this like tent with all
They
the
usually have
butterflies.
that for food and wine, I think, or
Yeah,
not food and wine.
a flowering garden.
Flower garden.
Yeah, I did the scavenger hunt thing
Oh
for
yeah.
that. Yeah, I got like a little you know that beanbag game with the, you know, for like the big size, like you beanbag and you toss it across the
Yeah.
lawn, and it's
Yeah.
like wooden whatever. So the prize for that scavenger hunt was a mini version of that. So
Oh,
I
that's
have
cool.
that. It's a Coco themed one. I should have saved it, but it's in my office. I brought my stormtrooper helmet and that thing to the office.
Yeah.
So it's there. Because then I just toss beanbags in my office.
Yeah.
But
That's funny.
yeah, that was cool. Yeah, like I think looking at Tokyo and all the new stuff, like if they take that momentum and expand upon it and bring it here, not saying the exact same rides and lands, but like just the imagination of the Imagineers work there and apply it to the new stuff here and focus again on the storytelling aspect of things and, you know, using the technology that we have even that, like, have you seen like that walking, like that Imagineer who made like the virtual walking floor tiles thing?
No.
So like, um, it's basically a bunch of tiles on the floor, but if you're on it, you can start walking, and it'll
Mhm.
react to you. So you can walk in place, and then if you're in some kind of like screen room, it'll adjust to whatever you're doing. But the magic is, if someone else is on that, they can operate that thing independently.
That's
So you could be
cool.
walking in two different directions,
Yeah.
and if you have like glasses on or whatever, these are glasses, you could be in the same virtual space but doing two completely different things.
Yeah.
Or things on it, you can make things move, whatever. It's like basically like what the future of maybe like trackless ride and stuff could be.
Oh, that's
I'll
cool.
look it up. Like if there's an
Yeah.
Imagineering YouTube page, I think they have it featured there.
Yeah. Hmm.
So it's very exciting for any kind of like VR kind of thing. Like it's one step closer to the Star Trek what's it called? Holodeck, whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. So look
All
into it.
right.
It's cool.
Yeah. All right. So we will see what happens. And so stay tuned because we will be discussing it on this program as it unfolds.
Yup.
Uh, all right. Well, you have anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No.
Okay. Good. All right. Well, if you thank you so much to the people who joined us, Monica, Jamie, Michelle, Tammy. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you are watching this in replay and you aren't subscribed already, we'd love it if you would subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, do like our posts as it really helps us out. And with that, I say goodbye.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.